Hello, welcome everybody to another episode of Oracles on High. Episode 6.
Yeah.
Cool. So, my brain, it's not working right today. So we are going to be okay, let's just start out with that. We are going to both be using the Harmony chose meditation that screwed my brain up. It was a really good meditation. I'm just in a very strange space.
It was an interesting meditation, to say the least.
Yeah, for sure. I feel very like in an in-between space. I do feel between the worlds right now, so I guess that's a good thing. You know?
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah. So today Harmony and I are both using the Angels and Ancestors deck that is by Kyle Gray. And so this deck recently just got released. He also does the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck that we usually use. We have been working with this deck for the last week or so. No, 2 weeks now for me.
You did it, yeah.
Yeah.
Weeks, yeah.
Since I got it, and it has been absolutely fabulous and fantastic and grounding, and I feel connected to the earth when I use this deck. And it's really, really cool. So if you're somebody who uses cards and you wanted to check out a new Oracle deck, I highly recommend this one. It has been very affirming, and it has been guiding in a very gentle but truthful way. And I am super happy that I found this deck. If you guys would have seen the reading that she gave me after we turned the cameras off last episode, your minds would have been blown. It was incredible. It had everything to do with everything that was going on, and it was so accurate. It was surreal. It was amazing. So
word for word.
Word for word. It was incredible.
Trippy.
Yeah. So, without further ado, I hope you guys have your pipes ready. Get a pipe. I'll give you 30 seconds.
2 seconds.
We are going to light up, and I hope you light up with us. So here we go. Okay. Time to give it a good shuffle. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay. And I think the video that Harmony and I discussed for doing next week, we wanted to do a video to show you guys all the really cool prep work that we do before we do oracles. There's a lot of personal meditation and things that goes along with what we do for this. So we will be doing a video on that sometime next week. How to prepare a good mental state for when you're going to be working between the worlds, or any kind of metaphysical work.
Yeah. All the prep work.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was easy.
Neither one of us had one that jumped out. Like an extra one.
No,
You know?
no extras.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think I'm going to start us off.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah, absolutely.
So the first card for the one that I drew is Mountains, which also says Stand Your Ground.
Which was also in the last reading.
Yes.
Yeah, it was in last week's.
And the essential oils that we are using tonight to get us, to help getting us in the right mental state, happen to be grounding essential oils. We use Palo Santo, grounding oil, and Sacred Mountain. So
fitting.
Yes, that's why I giggled when I saw it. Okay, so mountains. So for this card, the message is hold firm to what you believe in or are focusing on, because it is absolutely right. Know that heaven and earth are supporting you. Mountains are strong and wise, and they are rooted deep in the earth, and they reach high into the sky, and they have been where they are for thousands of years. They've been home to animals, and they have been climbed by humans, and they have seen seasons come and seasons go. No matter what has happened to them, they have remained strong and immovable and unshakable. And so they offer the spiritual energies of strength and resilience. Mountain energy is powerful because it is firmly rooted in the Great Mother and reaches high up to the Great Father. And if you're feeling challenged or pressured at this time, know that your spirit is more powerful than you think. You are resilient, you are grounded, and the energy in the air of the mountains is giving you the unshakable strength to be who you are. Take the time to root yourself deeply in the energy of the earth before welcoming in the energies of heaven. If you are not sure what you need to do next, the mountain card invites you to stay exactly where you are. Talk things over with those around you and know that the changes will come and that you will be whole and well at the end of this current situation, and it will not stand in the way of future growth and expansion. So, for me personally, this card is super prevalent because part of the reading that Harmony gave me last week and the things that I've been going through is that I was feeling like I wasn't sure what my life was doing at the moment. Like, what the universe wanted me to do and the things that I wanted for myself. And the message that I strongly got personally was that I needed to stay where I was at, and that I was at exactly the right place, and that I was growing, but I was growing differently. It was hard to see momentum forward because I was busy growing roots. So if that helps you guys, if that's where you're at right now, that's where I was at this last week, and that's for me personally, that mountain card, that's how it applied to the energies that have been going on right now. And I know that's been that way for a few of my friends.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my God.
So my first card is the Druid. Hold the space. He is so awesome, and I just love his walking stick with the crystal at the top, if y'all can see that.
That artistry is so beautiful.
So, I'll say it real quick, the artist on this deck is Lily Moses. She is, like, incredible. She's a visionary artist, so she goes into deep meditations to create her artwork and create the pictures that she sees. You can find her on Instagram or Facebook. I'm totally, like, name-dropping here. She's awesome, you guys. Her artwork, like, speaks to you on a different level. So with that, Druid, our first card. Whoa, I turned right to it.
Oh my God, this fucking deck, man. You guys have no idea. Okay.
It is the vibe going on tonight, too. Like, not sorry. Like, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah,
this
sure.
is interesting. Okay,
yeah.
Anyway, focus. Druid, hold the space. So his message is to hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be. When the Druid card appears in a reading, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it is time to shift your perceptions and move back into a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. I think this is beautiful, and I think it goes right along with the mountain card
Absolutely.
of just staying grounded, staying rooted. Take the time to think about your life and think about your perceptions of things, and don't rush. You don't have to rush at all. Like, it's really kind of unnecessary to rush into things. Stand strong, knowing where you are. You are where you're supposed to be, and I think that's what stuck out to me the most.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Crazy. Next card.
Okay.
All right. Oh, interesting. Okay, so my next card is the drum card, and it says Dream and Journey. Okay. So, journey inwards to uncover insights and information that will be important for your path, and then follow the guidance. In shamanic traditions, in all four corners of the world, the drum is recognized as the main tool used by medicine men and women to direct their will and aid meditation. A drum beat can become hypnotic and send those listening into an altered state that can allow them to journey into the spirit realms and meet their guides. And when the drum card appears in a reading, there are opportunities for you to dream or to bring in an inner vision into reality. You are very connected to the other worlds at this time. The wisdom and intelligence of the earth and her magic surrounds you. The drum, which echoes the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat, has cleared the cobwebs and dust from your inner vision. And what you have seen in your dreams and your inner vision is not imagination, but guidance, particularly if it has been coming to you repeatedly and has the potential to become a reality. Dreams come true. Know it and then live it. Wow. Yeah, that's really, really amazing. I flipped this back open because when I had read the first part about follow the guidance, a lot of times I think that we ask and we get answers that we don't want to hear. And if you're somebody who's really into adjusting your life and making it better, you'll do the thing even though you don't want to do it. But for, I think, most of us, when we want something and we don't get the answer that we want to hear, we take that advice and we throw it away. So, follow the guidance, I think, is really, really important. And following your dream is an amazing thing. So it should make that guidance easier to follow because you're doing something amazing for yourself. But I think that sometimes we feel like, is this going to lead me to my dream? But do it. It's this is all good stuff. It's all going to lead you there. You just need to follow the signs and do a drum journey. Drum journey, yeah, exactly.
I mean, just YouTube like a drum meditation or something.
For sure.
It could be a 5 or 10 minute one. It doesn't have to be anything major, but just getting connected with the drums.
Yeah.
Like, there's something so healing.
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
Awesome.
Time for the next card.
Oh, hell yeah. My next card is Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. So, after you're grounded and hold your space, go on your drum journey, and then you're making plans and focusing.
Yes. I think it's part of the drum journey too. I think the drum journey brings you the focus.
Yeah. So, okay, Shield Maiden. Her message is, have a plan or strategy in place before moving forward. Taking some time to assess what your next steps will be. Take some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. You are a sensitive being, and if you are not prepared for the tasks you are taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So, have a strategy in place and then let your guides support you as you move forward. Ah, that's really nice. And it makes a lot of sense. It's really important to kind of like at least have an idea of where you want to go, what you want to do. You can ask for guidance and answers all day long, but without listening to yourself and knowing what you want, I think that's where that comes in, where, you know, getting guidance and then not listening to it or just shoving it aside and stuff, it's because you're not being very clear either with yourself. Yeah. So, yeah, getting clear, making plans, getting focused on what you want.
And one thing that I tell myself when I'm trying to achieve a goal that's a dream is you have to want it more than you want everything else. There's going to be things in your life that you have to give up. And if you want this other thing, you're just going to have to give up those things. Yeah. And sometimes you don't have to give them up altogether, but you definitely have to make more room for the other and less room for that. Yeah. So you just, like, it's all attainable. You just have to want it more than you want everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you want something different, you have to do things different.
Yes.
You cannot just do the same things you've always done, or else
Where did I hear that this week? I heard it somewhere this week.
Well, if you want, fucking true, man.
Yeah, if you want to, maybe it was on Tipsy Tarot. I don't know. I was drunk by the end of Tipsy Tarot. But yeah, if you want things to be different, you have to be different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe I saw it on a TV show. I don't know. All right. Last card. Oh, interesting. So my last card is the Knight card. It says, "Be brave and be honest." What a better way to help accomplish those things than those two things. So the Knight. Do the right thing, even if it isn't the easiest option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. The Knight is a knight in shining armor and is dedicated to the crown that his sword defends. And in this sense, his protector of the Holy Grail and therefore of your spiritual growth and expansion. He represents the warrior in you, and whether you are male or female, the energy is within you. His sword and armor show that he is courageous and strong, but if you look closely, you will see that he has a tear running down his face, showing his willingness to be vulnerable and his love for what he protects. The energy of respect is important right now. You are being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. And if you are in a space where there's an opposition, you are being guided to follow through with integrity, because even if it seems that this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You are being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. And this card also brings justice. If you are longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back in order, that you don't need to force anything through with your will. If you have made any mistakes recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. And if you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back down and let it protect you. Interesting. That is a good way to end my portion of my reading, of just being in a space of being brave enough to do what needs to be done and living honestly in a way that is going to be karmatic. So you're doing all of your truths, you're living your life and your goals for what you're doing in a way that karma is going to be bringing it back to you, and the energy of the universe is going to want to reward you with abundance. This is like the setup for good, long success. You know, in an honest, good way. There are some people who take shortcuts and do shitty things, and their success is short-lived. And in the end, they are exposed for what they are. And this whole thing is positive, amazing, stand where you are, dream your dream, and make it the most important thing to you, and be brave enough to do it, and be honest enough to do it. And in that, at the very end, how it said, let it protect you, that's what it's going to wind up doing. You are going to build up this beautiful dream and fortress for yourself. It is going to turn out amazing, and you have fought for it and worked for it and dreamed it. And in the end, it is going to flourish in a way that's going to protect you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Okay.
Oh,
That's my
we both did
spirit
it.
animal. Okay, I got the spirit fox. Trust your talents in changing times.
See how beautiful that card is.
Oh my gosh.
If you guys could see it up close, the
I
eyes
know.
are just so pretty.
Oh, so gorgeous.
Yes.
Trust your talents in changing times. All right. So, Spirit Fox, the message is to stay alert as change is in the air. The energies around you are changing at this time, and although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive this shift. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before, and this can make you feel on edge, but be open to the shifts occurring because they really are the answers to your prayers. The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine to help you be seen for who you are and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in these changing times. I mean, that was so beautiful, and I think we are in a huge changing of times in just our society, and there are a lot of us that are being called to speak more of our truth, be strong in who we are, and I think
Go vote.
Exactly. And you know, it's staying grounded, making plans, and becoming focused on what you really want. What do you really want out of life? What are you going for? Where are you moving towards?
Yeah.
And trusting in yourself and knowing that you were given a gift and you're here to share it.
Yeah.
And doing that in a loving, respectful way. And I think these two
those went together so perfectly.
wow.
Because if you look at my message as opposed to her message, my card reading that I pulled so we're both thinking the same thing, and I know that our decks are connecting together, you know, and the universe is working, spirit is working through us.
Yeah.
So the way that this worked out together is mine was instructions. Hers was like spirit work for yourself and how you get to that way spiritually and where you wind up spiritually. And this was instructions on how to get there. I think, right?
I'm with you on that. Yeah,
for sure.
These are little instructions, but yours were a little bit more, I don't know, they're both kind of instructions, but I
feel like mine are instructions for movement, and these ones are instructions on where you're going to be, what you need to do when you're in those spaces as you're moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful.
It is beautiful. I love this deck.
A lot of grounding, a lot of moving forward, opening up.
Yeah.
Being brave.
Yeah, being brave. It's hard.
Trusting.
But be brave and trust yourself.
Seriously.
You know, it's really important. And I think that in the end, even if you make a mistake, you know that you were doing the thing that you thought was right for yourself, and you were standing firm in your convictions.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's really important.
Yeah.
I think the mistakes are not as big when you do that.
Yeah, when you feel good and you're following your truth, you still fuck up, but they're not so detrimental. because you know you're still on your path, and then you just move forward and you move on to the next and you try the next thing. Like, you know, failures aren't really failures because they're just moving you forward to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's so beautiful.
Me too.
I wish we could just like show you guys these cards the whole time.
One day, I'm going to have a new laptop and software program to do editing for this, and then you will be able to see all of those side by side on the side of the screen when we're done in editing this video.
Or just get your own deck because it's amazing.
It's amazing. Yes, go get your own deck. It is quite incredible. I highly, if you're somebody who works with cards or wants a personal deck just to pull for yourself, this is it, man. So good.
Kicks ass.
It does.
It does. In the best way.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us once again for Oracles on High. It was beautiful giving messages to you guys. So thank you very, very much for being with us. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends so you can share that message with anybody else who might be going through the exact same thing, and you will have made somebody's life a little bit clearer and their heart a little bit lighter for the message.
Beautiful.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.